If you guys are looking for a cheap and reliable place to gain your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins from, and please head over to fifacoin.com. Link will be in description. Don't forget to use my code Martin for a 5% discount. Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 23 video, and we've got another tactics video here on the channel. We're looking at my second favourite formation on the game. Yes, that's right, my second favourite online formation in the game. 4-3-1-2 is my favourite, but 5-2-1-2, which we're going to be looking at today, is my second favourite. It's like my comfort blanket if I'm playing somebody that's better than me or somebody that I'm struggling to contain offensively. So let's get straight into it and show you how it works. I'm going to really explain in depth how it works in game, but first of all, let's just go through the tactics, which only tells half the story, if that. So defensive style, balanced, of course. Defensive width. Okay, so this is a good one. I always have a narrow defense, but particularly with the 5-2-1-2, you've got wing backs, okay? And when you're defending, they will be defending, but you don't want them too much. You don't want them to have chalk on their boots, and i.e. they're just irrelevant. We want them involved, and we want them tucked in, and the three centre-backs nice and tight, and then you've got two central midfielders in front of that. So I'm making no apologies for having the defensive width on 40. It's actually really important in my opinion. Defensive depth 50. It doesn't sit well with me to start to go any deeper, particularly with 5-2-1-2. If you're not careful, it can become so defensive, and actually you just get penned in and you're going to really struggle to get out, and your opponent can swarm all over you. So you need to play it the right way, which we're going to have a look into with the player instructions in a minute. So defensive depth 50, okay, no deeper. Build up play, balanced, chance creation, direct passing. When we win the ball, we want your players to be making some runs. Remember, we need to be on the offensive as well as obviously the defense. I know it's 5 at the back, so that makes it even more crucial to have attacking plans up your sleeve. And I feel like just having it on balanced would reduce that a little bit, okay? So direct passing for me. Offensive width 50. Players in the box, just the 5. You've got 2 centre mids, a cam, and a striker. That's the way I always look at it. Corners and free kicks on 2. Right, okay, now let's get into the nitty gritty of it. So with your back 3, they're all on stay back while attacking, but what I love to have in this situation is your right centre back, which I've got Marquinhos here, and the left-sided one, which is Cancelo. I want them to be good on the ball, okay? I want them to be able to bring the ball out of defence, like a Rio Ferdinand in the old days, you know? And also, say I've got the ball with Cancelo, you can trigger the run for the left wing back to go on, and then drive with the ball with that left centre back, because you're still safe in the knowledge that you've got your 2 other centre backs sat there as if it was like a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2 or whatever you want to call it. So you've got that license to move forward. Whereas, like, if you, in my opinion, if you had somebody like Koulibaly there, you're just going to be winning the ball and playing it short, and you lose that extra attacking, that extra attacking arsenal in your game that you can rely on. You know, you want to have that mixture and something different up your sleeve. So be able to have centre backs that can play as well as defend is a big deal for me. And Cancelo's a good choice like that. Like Alphonso Davies, a Theo Hernandez would be good for that, because they're a decent size as well. If I think of other fullbacks that I like Navas or like Frimpong, they're not really going to work because they're too small and they're too short. They'd be better for wing backs. So yeah, it's already a big deal with the centre-backs, because we don't want this to be a defensive formation. We want it to help us defensively, but we still want to go and win the game. You'll notice that some of these players aren't 110% suited to this formation, because it's normally a formation that I would switch into in-game. Okay, it's like a secondary formation, so you have to be able to adapt. So, wing-backs, I've got Hakimi here, and I've got Jota. You might be like, what? Jota's down as a striker. I've done it actually most years when there's been a decent Jota card out. He's a 5-star weak foot, and he's generally pretty solid as a wing back, because I want my wing backs to attack, to be fair. Obviously, Jota is a lot more attacking than Hakimi, so it's a nice mixture. But they're unbalanced. They are on balanced attack. So that means that they are going to get involved and they will make runs for us. If they're not making the runs, feel free to trigger it. You might have the ball with Renato, trigger the run of Hakimi, and then you're able just to play that ball up the line and get them involved. And that's when you've got the ball up the pitch that can obviously help you no end. So yeah, balanced attack for the wing backs. Into the two centre mids now. You want them to do exactly that, to be central midfielders, okay? Fred's not ideal. He's massively behind the curve. I just need to get around to upgrading him. But obviously, like a Renato is good for this, like a Thomas Lemar, just all those types of players, you know. You want people that are a little bit more all-rounder, like a De Bruyne, obviously. Anyway, cover centre, make sure they stay in the middle of the pitch, but also balanced attack. So you can see, this is where it would be different. For me, if we go back to the tactics, if we had chance creation on balanced and our defensive depth was, say, 40, and we've got the wing backs on stay back while attacking and not balanced, and we had these on stay back while attacking, this would be a horrifically defensive formation. So it's not all about the formation, it's about how you play it and how you use it. And we're using it, you know, in a sensible situation, sensible scenario. So they're both on balanced attack, so they're going to get involved. Beautiful. Now, the front three are the three that we're looking at to go and win us the game, really. So when we're defending, we've effectively got like a back five, the two centre mids in front of the back five, and then when we win the ball, we've got these three ready and waiting for us. So we know that they're there. So that's like our out ball, okay? And I'm going to do these three together, okay, to explain what I mean by this. So normally I say to you when I have two up front, I have one come short, one go long. But in this kind of situation where I've got Sterling and Simon, who is absolutely rapid, just at his upgrade, they're both on getting behind. So I want them to stretch them. Also, I haven't played around with this. I haven't got them on stay central. So they will venture. One of them will venture out wide or both. And that will just give us lots of options. So that ball gets fired in to Foden. We've got two absolute live wires to try and hit, you know. And that will cause your opponent problems. Because if they're playing a four at the back, which most people do, and they don't particularly have a CDM, or their CDM's been caught on the ball, you've almost got like a 3-on-2 in terms of the centre-backs. Yes, I know the full-backs are there, but with players as fast as this, it could be too late. And that's what I really love about this. You can counter-attack well. And when you look at like the kind of players that I have on the bench, so if you switch to this after like 20 minutes or whatever, when you get into the second half, and then you're able to put somebody like an Alphonso Davies on instead of Fred, and you've got some other you know, speedsters, if you like, to come on up top, you're going to be able to counter-attack so well. And that's just one of the reasons why it's so successful for me, to be honest. And I use it every year as like my secondary formation, because you need to have something quite different. You know, 4-3-1-2 or 4-2-2, it's kind of samey. This is like chalk and cheese from 4-3-1-2 from what I use. But yeah, guys, I'll stop waffling. Hope that makes a lot of sense. I'm sure that will help you if you've taken on board how to use it. Get in the comments if you've got any questions. Please drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.